Hello, this is Carola from Yewno, here to show you the last component of the Yewno Edge called Strategy Builder. And this Strategy Builder allows you to build an investment strategy based on various concepts. These can be concepts from technology like 5G or AI to something more abstract like trade war or the very timely coronavirus. So using coronavirus, we're going to see companies that are exposed to this concept, and we will run a strategy and analysis based on it as well. To find Strategy Builder, you click on the blue menu box, as I have, and you select Strategy Builder here under Idea Generation. We'll drop it into our window. And we can start our concept-based strategy by typing in coronavirus right here, or we can do an advanced search by clicking on the stock screener on the right hand. To show you the various options available with this tool, let's first create a fundamental strategy. So we'll select the filter right here, and we will choose the most common one, which is the universe filter, and that allows you to search by sector, country, currency, or regions, and I'm going to select the countries, and it auto-populates with United States, which you can remove if you wish, and then you can add other ones either from a drop-down box or just by typing it in. And if you don't want any of these, you select the one you don't want and you click on the little X. So at this point, we can update our search results. And then we can add additional filters right here in the box, Add Filter. And let's take a look at some other filters that are available. The little drop-down box here. And I want to choose the market cap filter. And you can enter a market cap here. Let's say you want to do, we'll add 1. And you have a choice of million, billion, or trillion. So we want to do 1 billion. And we can again update our result list. And then finally, we want to look at some traditional, I'm going to add the filter, and we want to add some traditional filters like fundamentals. And you'll be able to search within all the fundamental ratios that you are accustomed to. For demonstration purposes, we're going to select sales. And then we want to select sales, we'll do 100 million. And then we will update this result list. So now you've seen how to build a fundamental type strategy. So I want to take you into building a strategy based on concepts. So we'll create a new strategy. We'll select new right here on the top right. And we're not going to save the one that we've created. So now we'll build a new strategy. And we have our select filter. And we're going to select the exposure filter. So now we have the option of typing in our concept, and I'm going to type in coronavirus. And we'll have some choices from the drop-down menu. I'll choose the first one. And then you have a choice of factors to select. And the first one is aggregate, which is an average of the 4 scores below. The second one is similarity, which measures how closely these companies and concepts are connected in the Yewno semantic space. If we use the example of coronavirus, this concept could be connected to similar concepts like vaccine, CDC, or pandemic. Then we have centrality scores that are looking at indirect connections or second, third order connections For example, a company could be connected to a concept like coronavirus because of its connection to a key supplier or a customer connected to this concept. And finally, we have pure play and contribution. And these scores are based on the number of co-occurrences between the company and the concept. They measure what we call first order or direct connections. So we're going to select the aggregate score. Then we have our source would be news. Then we have some choices with our time window. We can have a more dynamic search like a 2-day window. We also have the choices of 180 days or 365 days for a more stable search. But I'm going to select the 2-day window. And then we have our final filter. It's the exposure occurrence measure right here, and I'm going to keep that larger than 0. And we can update our result list. I want to add more filters. I'm going to add another concept, and this one will be pandemic. So this is similar to coronavirus in a way. We'll select pandemic, and I'm going to keep my factors aggregate. I'm going to select 180 days, and I can update my result list again here. As you can see, this is getting more and more focused, and I'm going to add a final filter. And here I'm going to add vaccine. And I'll select from the drop-down box. This is the one that I want. And I want to keep the rest of the filters the same. And once again, I'll update my result list. So our result is very focused, 120 results selected in the list. And if we look at our search string, you can see that we use the AND operator here, requiring our result list to contain all the concepts indicated. If we want to expand our search a bit, perhaps there are companies exposed to the concept coronavirus, but not the concept pandemic. That means we want to do an OR search right here. So let's do that to coronavirus and pandemic, and you can see how our expression will change. So we're going to go up to the exposure filter, and we can select these and add them to a group. I'm going to select the first group right here, and then I'm going to do the same to the second filter. And you can see how our expression has changed from AND to OR right here, and we can update our result list. And that has now increased because we're asking for either the concept pandemic or coronavirus to be applied. So let's take a look at our list. You can see our exposure factors right here. You can move these different columns around. And on the right-hand side, you can see a tab called Columns, where you can build a table with all your fundamentals and other data sets as well. The key thing behind a concept-driven strategy is to understand how a company is exposed to a given concept. And you can find this out by simply clicking on the number in a given exposure column. For example, for Pfizer, we can click on this particular number here. We'll click on coronavirus for Pfizer, and that opens up our key development column or component. And you can see that we are looking for Pfizer and coronavirus, and these are the headlines that gave us the score that we received. And you can look at any of these headlines and see the sentiment scores right there. And we can close that back up. So going back to our strategy builder, we can save the top 50 companies, and we can save our strategy as well right here. And we can also add it to our watch list. And the last thing I want to show you in this video is how you could upload your own universe of companies, and you'll be able to see this list in our list filter right up here. So to upload your list, you can do that with the list menu right here, and you can select upload list, and you can upload your CSV file right here directly. I hope this video was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in another Yewno instruction video. Thank you very much.